to do. Random dev, I got stuck with this problem. Can anyone give me some pointers? C programmers. Closing all the tabs after solving a pesky programming bug. Frontend. Backend. Looking at your code 2 years later. Pathetic. Wait, have you just been googling every question I ask you? Always have been. Programmer on vacation, still thinking about the bugs. Just Google how to fix servers. Oh, wait. Land, not land. Always work on 2 projects at once. That way you can procrastinate on project A by messing around on project B. And when you get tired of project B, you can waste time by working on project A. You will be twice as productive while doing nothing, but procrastinate. Boss, the server is down. Well, just restart it. Is not that simple. Do while loops be like. Shoot first. Ask questions later. When I spend 2 hours trying to optimize my code to make it run faster, and the result runs 8 times slower than the original. Am I disabled? iOS devs, I have to support 2 iOS versions. Android devs, I have to support 5 Android versions. Web devs, this does not work in the Nintendo 3DS browser. The change is not detected even though the input field contains a new string. It's not a data breach, it's a surprise backup. Security. Trying random stuff for hours, instead of reading the documentation. How the Indian guy from YouTube explains it. How your professor explains it. Now that's a drive letter I have not seen in a long time. When you write 10 lines of code without searching on Google. It ain't much, but it's honest work. When your line of code does not change color. Something's wrong, I can feel it. Yeah, Shrex is cool, but have you ever finally found a bug and deleted all your print statements at once? Me reading the documentation. Me reading 900 comments of 2 strangers arguing on the internet. Me, a new programmer who not getting any of the programmer jokes. I like your funny words, Magic Man. If you don't mind sharing, what could we do to improve? Object. When you ask network engineer to design frontend. Me deciding if I should try margin or padding first. Programming in enterprise company. Startups. Harry Potter is the first one to understand the Python language. If 2 video game developers date each other, is it a Unity or just Unreal? No one has asked this question on Stack Overflow yet. I'm fricked. Mom, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump too? Machine learning algorithm. Safe word must be at least 8 characters long and must contain 1 special character. Me getting out of bed at 10:05 to start working at 10:15. Why programmers like cooking? You peel the carrot, you chop the carrot, you put the carrot in the stew. You don't suddenly find out that your peeler is several versions behind and they dropped support for carrots in 4.3. Coding tip 4: when you get stuck. Shut your laptop, stand up, stretch, take a walk, go to the airport, get on a plane, adopt a sea lion, never return. For an IT guy, LinkedIn is like a reverse dating site. Girls write to you and you ignore them. Developers, my back hurts, my whole body aches. Also developers when they work. IT team before going on holiday. 20% of US bandwidth is used by Netflix. The rest is used by npm install. Me with computer science degree. Relatives asking me to fix their printer. Code, you have 2 billion errors. Me select all. Cut, paste. Code, you have 0 errors. Me. Hackerman. Me, I started to learn coding. Oh my god dude, can you hack someone? Will you shut up man? Me just asked stupid question on Stack Overflow. One fully detailed answer. Kind person. So whenever I'm free I like to go out or watch anime or. So you don't code in your spare time? Well, coding is just my job. I have a life outside. Wrong answer. Rejected. Python is better than C. Python was made in C. Companies all over the world. Excel programmers building 100 millibars files. When your IDE crashes, you didn't save shoot and you have to kill the process. My dad, did you code whole night? Me, no. The best way to learn a language is to speak to natives. The guy learning Python. My code better start doing what I want it to do, instead of what I'm telling it to do. Me solving a bug. Senior developer who added a bug to boost my confidence. There is an error in your code. Panic. You just forgot to put semicolons. Calm. You remember you are using Python. Panic. Programming C3PO. You know what this miracle piece of technology needs? Anxiety. Spending 4 hours fixing a bug and realizing that the code you've been compiling was not the code you've been fixing. When you write code so well that you have to add errors just to make sure the compiler is working correctly. Suffering from success. Visual representation of my perfectly working code. Me making sure there are exactly one space before and after every equal sign. Professionals have standards. How are you with CSS? I hate it. An experienced user then. Why programmers like cooking? You peel the carrot, you chop the carrot, you put the carrot in the stew. You don't suddenly find out that your peeler is several versions behind and they dropped support for carrots in 4.3. When hardware gets faster through the years, but software gets more bloated. Modern solutions require modern problems. What is the biggest lie you have heard from a programmer? It should work now. 90s high school students after creating a static HTML website. Entrepreneur. Paying $40 a month for a good, well-designed service. My boss. Paying me $40 an hour to make a shooter custom version. For mama. For papa. For int I equals 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. I'm a sneaky fox. Sneaked in your house. Sat on your couch. Ate your pasta. Pushed to Google Master Branch. World exists. New programmers. If Reddit didn't exist, where would you be on the internet right now? Probably on Stack Overflow actually getting some programming done. The best way to learn a language is to speak to natives. The guy learning PHP. Me working in backend. I completed the entire backend in just one day. Me working in frontend. How the frick I can align this button at center? When you find genius solution to a bug. But you are the only programmer around and nobody cares. Me. Finally I have made a perfect UI. Users can't go wrong. Users. Need 4+ years of experience using a framework. The guy who wrote the framework 1.5 years ago. My boss asking if a feature I built can be altered. No, I wrote it in permanent code. Looking at some old code and was initially puzzled by a variable named feet. I have now worked out that this was at one point called legend handles, which then became leg hands, which then became feet. Sometimes I truly hate my past self.